You were a 14-year-old human. You often went to the hidden city and stole small things, such as a few shuriken or a notebook or two. The people selling the objects knew, but didn't really mind. One day you had just stolen 2 or 3 shuriken, and the turtles see. They're about to intervene, but the shop owner stops them and says, "That's just listener. They always do that. They pay me back later. Generally after closing. They're really sweet. Don't know why they just take the notebooks and shuriken though." Raph asks, "Are you sure, ma'am? If you want, we can go get the stuff back from them." The shop owner says, No. It's quite alright. I appreciate the offer, though. If you boys want, you can go try to be their friends. I don't really like having those." And then Mikey starts to head in the direction you had went, but Donnie grabs him, not trusting him to go alone. And they all head towards you. When you see them, you freak out and try to run, but Leo portals in front of you. As you bump into him, he catches you and says, "Whoa, slow down, cutie. You won't hurt ya. Now, care to tell us why you tried running away?" You nervously say, I don't know you, so I don't trust you, Tortuga." Donnie gets Leo to let go of you because you seem uncomfortable with all the touch. Then Donnie says, "So, you're a listener, right?" "I'm Donnie. Nice to meet you." You relax a bit when Leo stopped touching you, as you say, "Nice to meet you too. I'm guessing she told you boys my name?" And Mikey says, "Yep. By the way, I'm Mikey. I hope we can be friends." And you happily say, "I'll never turn down the chance to get a new friend." After a few weeks, you had stopped stealing and paying for the things later. Now you just bought the things up front, since Mikey often lectured you about it. You had become far more comfortable with touch, more or less only from the turtles. And you had become more outgoing in the short period of time you had known the Turtle Brothers. You had even developed feelings for the turtles. One day, you had noticed that Leo was using more of his one-liners on you, most of them being flirty. Donnie had been more jittery and nervous around you. Mikey had been overly clingy, and Raph seemed to be hiding something. So you asked them, "Boys, is something wrong? You've all been acting odd today." All of a sudden, Donnie hugs you and quietly says, "Listener, you left your diary here?" Leo and Mikey went through it. We never thought you'd feel that way about us." Your face goes bright red as you realize that they read one of the diary entries that states that you love them. And then Raph nervously says, "Please don't be mad." You manage to calm down as you realize that they aren't mad at you. And then you say, "Why would I be mad? I'm the one who tried to hide it from you guys. I'm the one who should be sorry." Then to your surprise, and to the surprise of Leo, Mikey, and Raph, Donnie kisses you and says, "You don't need to be sorry. I love you, listener. And I think my brothers feel the same." Your face is bright red, as the rest of the turtles admit that they do in fact love you. After a few weeks of you dating them, they had gotten kidnapped by the Foot Clan. You knew where they were, since Donnie had trackers on his brothers, and you still had access to Donnie's lab, because he always left it open for you. But the lab somehow knew when his brothers were trying to get in. So when you track down the boys, the Foot Clan, more or less just Cassandra and the big bads of the group, are teasing them, trying to get them to talk, to tell them where the dark armor pieces are. And then you hear Mikey say, "We won't tell you. We're not letting you bring back Shredder. We don't want him to come back." You remember what had happened when Shredder was back on this plane of existence. You understand why they're so scared. Then you pull out your sai, which Raph had given to you, since he uses the tonfas now. Then you say to the leaders of the Foot Clan and Cassandra, how about you leave them alone? The Foot Clan soldiers, the leaders of the Foot Clan, and Cassandra all seem confused as to why a 14-year-old human is being protective over the turtles. And then Donnie says, "Listener, sweetheart, you need to get out of here. Just because you have the size and because you've been training with us does not mean you can actually take on the whole Foot Clan." And then you call me, say, "Donnie, hun, I don't have to take on the whole Foot Clan. I just have to defeat its strongest members, and the rest will crumble at their feet." Then Donnie realizes, you're thinking strategy. Brains, not bronze. And then all the Turtle Brothers except Raph become confused when they realize you have size. They didn't know you had the size. They thought you just trained with whatever was handed to you. So Leo asks, "Listener, hun, where'd you get the sai?" You chuckle and say, "Raph gave him to me." That kind of irritates the younger Turtle Brothers, because they didn't want you to have a weapon. They didn't trust you to have your own. But then Raph says, "Come on, guys. It's a defensive weapon most of the time. And if they learn how to use it as an offensive weapon, then good for them. They can protect themselves." After a while, and you had defeated Cassandra and the two leaders, which, as you had stated, makes the rest of them crumble, well, more or less scatter and run away as fast as they could. Then you freed the Turtle Brothers and you went home with them, like you did almost every night, because they knew you probably wouldn't sleep if you weren't with one of them. That night, you're just watching Jupiter Gym with all four of them. You give them each a kiss and say, "I love you, boys." And they each say simultaneously, but in different ways, that they love you back. Donnie says, Love you too, babe. Mikey says, love you too, honey. Raph says, love you too, honey. And then Leo says, the legend may be that. And you all fall asleep while cuddling.